Hello everybody. Today I'm gonna talk to you about how to kite. Kiting is a very integral part of this game. Well, if you wanna really get good at this game, or if you play it a lot, kiting is, an important piece. I've been watching a lot of tutorials about other kiting videos, and they seem to go over the same few points. So I want to explain a bit more things in kiting and basically how to perfect it. So the first thing we'll go into is personas, which is your like skill trees. Personas are important because it can really give you kiting bonus if you have the right persona tree. Like on the left side here, this is all about kiting. This could be one of the problems why you're struggling with kiting in the first place, or you just need to learn how to do it, which we will go into now. So I'm gonna hop into a custom game here. Let's follow random bots so I can just show it to you and explain other parts about kiting and how to really master it in a minimal amount of time, because it's not that hard to learn how to kite. So kiting is obviously the art of dodging the hunter and like breaking pallets, taking down pallets, going around dodging. And obviously there's a way to get good at this. So the hunter struggles to kill you and you buy time for your teammates to decode. So let's get into it really. The first couple of things I want to go over when kiting is not about kiting itself, it's about hunter knowledge as well as map knowledge. So hunter knowledge is the premise of hunter hitboxes and abilities, because you want to kite differently in different situations depending on the hunter. Because there's going to be hunters out there with bigger hitboxes, so they have more chance to hit you, a bigger area to hit you, and different abilities to try avoid your kites or get around your kites and kill you. So it's important that you learn different hunter abilities and skills as you play. That's the best way to learn it. Just play the game and you'll learn. Whilst map knowledge is not that key. It's less about map knowledge and about where you're going. Because if you're in a kiting area, say for example over here, there's a couple pallets here, and you're kiting someone around here. I don't think it's a good kiting spot, but if you were, obviously you'll eventually take down these pallets, and then you run out of pallets, and then that's when you need to move, right? Because you can't really kite like this. So you'll need to look for an area to run to kite the hunter, like over here, for example. You'll run over here, start kiting in this area, which is a good kiting area, because you can loop around here, or you can take down pallets. And that's just called transitioning. You'll hear that word a lot in this game, where you move from one kiting spot to another once you run out of pallets and etc. The best way to kite is just to trace the hunter and get around it. What I mean by this is, you see if, say for example, the hunter is on the other side of the wall, right, and he didn't know whether to go to left or right because I could just loop around. But you just follow his movements and just do the opposite, right? So if he walked this way, I would walk this way and go around. And if he comes back this way, you go that way. And this is one of the easiest ways to loop. And as long as you don't take down this pallet early, he will never ever get a chance to hit you, because the pallet's not down, he can't break it. So they will just struggle to get you in general. A lot of people, a lot of beginners will panic and just fucking throw down pallets and just fucking run for their lives. Which is very common. It's probably why people struggle with it. Something you should not do. You should always either leave pallets so you can loop them around in situations like this, or if you're trying to run. But if you're really trying to run, then try stun them. The best way to stun them is wait behind the pallet, like away here, behind the wall. So if they come down, you just fucking boom, you take down the pallet. Well, I couldn't take it down there, but you know what I mean. Now that's kind of the premise of kiting and really what it is. How to get better at it? Well, it's pretty simple, really. It's just more about practice and learning what to do when you're kiting. I'll give you examples of situations and how to kite in a situation. So if you're around pallets like here, therefore the best thing I would do is either loop around here, or if you have the persona I have, you could try stun him. You could get some distance off to transition to like another kiting area, or you could loop around, just keep looping around here. Although you'll probably eventually die, you'll buy a lot of time for your team to do whatever. Also, if you take down this pallet or you take down another pallet, you could easily just jump over it and get a speed boost if you have the right persona for it, like I do. As you see, I'm running really fast now, which should give you a speed boost to get away from the hunter. And there will definitely be times where you have nothing around you to really kite. You're in an open space right next to the hunter. You can't get around. What are you gonna do? Now, this is something I enjoy doing. It feels like you're trolling, but in reality, you're just juking the hunter. So you're in an open space like this. You can't run anywhere. The hunter's right next to you. What? How do you juke? How do you dodge? Um, this is kind of a complicated thing to do. It's not a complicated thing to do, but it's kind of hard to put it into words. It's just mostly about running around the enemy hunter. So say if he was right behind me now, I would watch him, and then I see they're about to attack, and I would try run straight back or run around the wall and run back. I could give you tips such as, don't drop pallets too early, always run around, don't bait out your teammates. These are basic tips though. I think everyone would understand that, like even without me saying it. So I think the best way to learn now, apart from giving all this information, is probably to visibly display it.